Hi everybody, welcome to yet another edition of the Shailette NShow. My name is Shailette and I'm going to be your host for today. And today we're going to be tackling the emergency budget speech that was done yesterday by our very own finance minister, Mr. Shut. I'm afraid I don't have 10 rands, so I can't really be cool. And also, I'm not Casper on your verse. Even if I did have 10 rands, I won't be able to make it cool. I won't be cool enough. So yeah, let's just give it to the owners and let them stick to it. So I spoke to a guy named Pride Ncube. So he's basically going to respond. Basically, his response or what he thinks that the budget speech was supposed to say or was about. Basically his breakdown to the budget speech. And sit back and relax, and this is what he said. Okay, so right now I am chatting to Pride Ncube, and we're just gonna go through the emergency budget speech that was said by Tito Mboweni. It's Tito Mboweni about the economy and what his take is. Pride is a lecturer. He teaches communication, and he's also a principal, and yeah, there's a lot of things that he is. Yeah, hi Pride.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, so we're going to just basically just analyze the speech just a little bit, the budget speech, and what you think could have been said. So I'm just gonna pick just a few pointers from what he said, and then you are going to tell me your 2 cents, ne?
Alright.
Okay, so Barry, he said this year every rand that you pay in tax, 21 cents goes to paying the interest on our past debts. Point number 2, the South African economy is expected to contract by 7.2% in 2020. This is the largest contraction in nearly 90 years. And then number 3, projected total consolidated budget spending, including debt services, will exceed 2 trillion for the first time ever. And then our yearly projection is that gross national debt will be close to 4 trillion or 81.8% of the GDP by the end of the fiscal year. This is compared to an estimated of 3.56 trillion or 65.6% of the GDP projected in February. So what is your take on that?
First of all, I'm only hearing trillions.
Billions and billions and billions and billions.
But you need to understand the reason behind this supplementary budget. What's the reason behind it? So you need to understand that as a country we're having a problem which is well documented in the sense that this COVID thing, the economy wasn't even functioning for the past 2 months or so. So in the process, I think you talked about the amount of tax that was collected was close to 140 billion, which was less than the expected for that particular period of 170 billion. So there's some 35 billion, if I may put it, deficit that the country is facing. And also the other thing that you talked about, I didn't quite get the full speech of it, but what mostly was trying to do is to revive the economy. And then in the process now there are certain industries which are hard hit, especially if you look at this COVID thing. So there was I think a budget of 35 billion just for COVID only. So you can see that this thing is not this COVID thing is not something that you can joke about. It's really affecting the economy. It's really affecting everyone. Every single man on the street is being affected by the economy. So how do families, or how does the economy now move on? As you were saying, I think he quoted a Bible verse, Matthew 7, verse 13 to 14, where he's talking about we need to use the narrow gate. So how do we go through the narrow gate with all the problems that we have? That's where the budget came into place. Okay, so there are a lot of bailouts to most of the industries. Okay, most of the industries, they're receiving a lot of bailouts, and in the process also, where is the money coming from?
Where is it coming from, Vele? Like, because obviously the money that Ankere, we had a budget in the beginning of the year, and obviously when Corona hit, we had to restructure. They had to restructure the budget. They had to restructure to accommodate the coronavirus, to accommodate, all the patients, the hospital, everything that will have to go into coronavirus, which is obviously a lot of money. So now, where is the other money gonna come from? So we actually, in a way, in a sense, from what I'm understanding, is that we are going to go into more debt. We are actually
the money, like you said, they're going to borrow $7 billion US dollars. Okay, $7 billion US dollars from other financial institutions across the world. So that's where the money is going to come from, and then that money needs to be paid back. Okay, that $7 billion needs to be paid back. Who's going to pay that $7 billion? It's the men on the street.
Taxpayers.
That 21 cents that you were talking about is the one. Yes, that 21 cents from dollar is the one that's going to pay back that $7 billion US dollars. Now, if you look now, you talked about infrastructure development along the way that you help to revive the economy. Yes, those ones are necessary considering that the daily basis, and we don't have enough or adequate infrastructure to cater for those ones. That's where the money is going to come. And in the process, we need also to look at a situation whereby how as a country can we try to not to overspend, but try to limit our spending on other issues and redivert the money that was meant for other things to try and solve the problem at hand. Remember, when he announced the budget initially, no one knew about the corona thing. Okay, so now there's corona. Where do we get the money for corona? You have to come from other departments. You have to redirect that money into that particular.
So, okay, can I ask? Okay, because I think it's what everyone, I feel like we all do this, like even in our household, you need to have a contingency fee, like for just in case. So, what are they saying, that the contingency fee that they had was never enough for the corona because they never expected the outbreak to be?
Listen, the contingency fund is always there, but the problem is that the economy was not thriving or doing anything for the past 2 months. There was no money circulation. There was no business that was being conducted. All the industries were closed. So that contingent was eaten by by that thing. So at the end of the day, for those 2 months that the economy was closed, we lost like more than I think it's 2 or 3 trillion
in a month, in 2 months.
Yes, economy. Yes, we lost a lot of money. Look at the industry. But in money interest, how much do those guys make in a month? How much the tourism sector make in a month? So there's a lot of billions and billions on trillions of dollars that the economy lost. Now, where do we get the supplement, the money to supplement those things? You have to come from your contingent fund. So now the contingent funds have been dried up. Where do you get the money from next? You have to borrow. So that's where the $7 billion will come from. That's where the man in the state is going to pay that debt again. So we are in a circle whereby we're trying to make money, but your money is not working for us.
So basically,
do you think now the Ministry of Health, the health inspector, they went to a restaurant and checked all those things? They didn't. We are still eating those expired things.
It's not right, nah. But anyways, I mean, it's I guess it's every different industry. As much as we cry, but also at the same time, we have to look at our health. So which pose the question, which one is better, the economy or people's health?
You cannot compare those two.
No, but those two are the most important things to everybody. Like we are concerned about the economy of the country, because if the economy collapses, then that means like a lot of things are going to go downwards. And then at the same time, people's lives, we cannot risk with people's lives, because there are people that are breadwinners to their families that would see, like, if something happens to them, that whole family will be destroyed. So that's why it posed the question in terms of this virus, corona. It's actually what you choose. You're choosing, it's either people's lives or you're choosing the economy. It's as simple as that, and it's a very hard decision to make.
It's not as simple as that. All those two elements that depend on each other. If the economy is not working, the health sector will collapse. You see, so that depended on each other. So you cannot choose one and leave one.
But then, okay, how do you choose to save lives and save the economy?
So how do you calculate your GDPs? How do you calculate to check your GDPs and everything? You also consider what your life expectancy of a nation. So if a nation now life expectancy becomes 30 years, what do you think will happen to the economy?
If what? Sorry?
Your life expectancy of a country reduces to 30 years. What do you think will be the impact on the economy? So all those elements are dependent on each other. So you cannot choose one and leave one.
Okay, if you say so. Well, thank you so much for agreeing to chat with me just on the economy. Yeah. Any final words?
I didn't agree. You hijacked me to chat with you.
I did not hijack you. I would never do that. Me, never.
You hijacked me, so it's fine.
That was Pride Ncube, the educator from Whitestone FET College. Just his take on the budget speech, his breakdown according to his own understanding. And I guess he did break it down for me. Now, remember, I'm not a finance person and I'm not a budget person. I'm only budgeting my own money that I have in this little house of mine. So he broke it down in a way that I could understand. I hope that you can also be able to understand. So what I have with me, I'm just going to say just a few opposition parties, their response to the budget speech. The DA called the budget uninspired and it lacked details on how the government planned to fix the country's issues. And then the Inkatha Freedom Party said Mboweni has failed to explain how the government aims to address the issues of failing state-owned enterprise. You know, I'm guessing they're thinking of the SAA, but I did hear that SAA is getting a relief fund. So let's hope that, crossing fingers, that they'll be able to help them and, you know, they won't have to, privatize it. Yeah, and then last but not least, the Congress of South African Trade Union, COSATU, described the supplementary budget as disappointing, disillusioning, and uninspiring for a budget of a country in a deep recession. So yeah, what about you? What do you think about the minister's budget speech that he said yesterday? Do you think that it put people's minds at ease? Do you think that it put people that own companies and businesses, you know, ingqondo zabo like ukuthi zirelaxe kancane, or it literally just made them even more anxious and more worried? My name is Shailette, and remember to like and to subscribe, and catch you again next week, same time, same place. Mwah. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. I love you.